Hey guys, Languagehacker here, and today I'm going to showcase a holy composition that I've been working on for Mercenaries. So let's dive right in. Okay, you'll notice immediately that we don't have any protectors in this composition, and that's because we don't need them. I'll talk a little bit later about mercenaries that you could substitute in, and you could have some protectors as well. But here we just have 2 fighters and 4 casters. So let's go through and talk about them. I'll start in order of, similarly to my other videos, I'll start in order of the 3 mercenaries that I want on the board first to explain why they're on the board first, and then go on with my backline. So, Xyrella, free to play. You always get Xyrella when you play mercenaries, so that's good to note. Let's go through her abilities. Blinding Luminance. Deal damage to an enemy and give it minus attack. Flash Heal. Does some healing. Single target. And Atonement. Deals some damage and it scales if you keep healing throughout the fight. Equipment. Radiant Wand. It buffs your single target damage. Shard of the Naru. Buffs your healing. And Robes. It buffs the tertiary skill. I really only use Blinding Luminance. But sometimes I'm able to squeeze in a Flash Heal as well. The main purpose of Xyrella is to enable Samuro in the comp, and I'll explain what Samuro does immediately after this. She does have some holy spells, so she can scale with some of the other holy mercenaries that we have in the comp, but she's mainly here as a Samuro enabler, and technically a Samuro disabler. If your opponent has Samuro off the bat, her Blinding Luminance can be used to reduce the amount of damage that their Samuro is outputting. So, why does she work so well with Samuro? Let's get into this. Double Strike. Attack an enemy. If it was damaged this turn, gain some attack and attack it again. What this means is that you want an ability on your side of the field that has a faster speed, which is lower than 4, which is Xyrella's Blinding Luminance. So Blinding Luminance, target something, Double Strike the same target, and then you get basically a Wind Fury attack with some extra damage on top of it. And that sort of wombo combo is quite popular, and both of these mercenaries are easily acquired by free-to-play because you're handed them, so that's excellent. Next up, Mirror Image. Choose an enemy, summon a copy of this merc that attacks it and dies at the end of the turn. So this lets you do damage without actually taking damage on Samuro. Can be useful if you're expecting a taunt, can be useful if you're expecting Double Strike to be too slow. If you need a faster attack just to get something done, you can use Mirror Image. And finally, Whirling Blade. Deal damage to all enemies and gain immune this turn. Kind of slow, so the immunity doesn't happen that often. Sometimes it still does, but it can be nice if you want to hit 3 units at once, or if you don't want to attack through a taunt, for example. We can go through the equipment. Honed Blade. Whirling Blade deals more damage. That's the AoE. Sash of Illusion. Mirror Image summons an extra copy, so you get 2 copies that attack, which doubles the damage done by that, technically. Except for some cases. And then Burning Blade is whenever this merc attacks, gain +2/+2. Burning Blade or Sash of Illusion is what I would recommend. Burning Blade is good if you need some extra damage to make sure you get a kill on turn 1 of the fight, but if you expect the fight to go on a bit longer, you can try to use Sash of Illusion, so then on turn 2 you get 2 copies and output more damage on the second turn. I did forget to tell you what to use with Xyrella. It's Radiant Wand. We're basically using her for Blinding Luminance, so because of that you want to make sure the Blinding Luminance is buffed as well. So this is your sort of wombo combo, and this kind of fits in a variety of comps, but I've included it here in Holy because it's a nice opener to start getting through your opponent's early game as well, and then you can start transitioning to the other Holy stuff on our bench. The third person I've been using to start now, I've been trying a few different things, and I realized that there's so much speed manipulation from other compositions that you basically need your own speed manipulation or you're just unfavored. So because of that, I opted to include Dawngrasp on my starting board as well. So I generally start off with Xyrella, Samuro, and Dawngrasp. Why is Dawngrasp good? Let's talk. Flurry. Deal 10 damage, or deal damage to 3 random enemy mercs, all of them. They are slower next turn. Speed manipulation. Cold Snap. Deal damage to all enemies. Death Blow. When you get a kill on something with this, freeze all enemies. This can be really good if you... Generally, I'm just spamming Flurry, but if you realize that your opponent's mercenaries are low enough that Cold Snap will kill, you can freeze the enemies, which prevents them from using the ability for 1 turn. And then Ice Lance on a 2-turn cooldown. Freeze a character this turn. If it was already frozen, deal 25 damage instead. Again, generally I'm cranking out flurries every turn to make sure my opponents are slow. But if I'm afraid my opponent's going to use a very impactful ability from one of their mercenaries, I can use Ice Lance for 1 turn, even though it stops the flurry train of constant slowing, just to make sure they don't get that attack off or ability. Let's talk about the equipment. Potion of Ice. Flurry deals more damage. I'm finding against starts with protectors on the board, the red units, having a bit of extra damage can help fix a break point where you kill a red unit immediately, which is kind of nice. Alternatively, you can take Chilling Amulet, Death Rattle, deal 4 damage to all enemies, and freeze a random enemy until the end of the next turn. This is okay as well. If you find you don't need the extra burst from the Potion of Ice, Chilling Amulet is nice just to provide some extra slows. So you're slowing every turn with Flurry, and then when they die, the Chilling Amulet gives you 1 extra freeze as they're leaving the board. So that's an option as well. I've been using Potion of Ice, though, for the damage. So my opener so far has been Xyrella, Samuro, Dawngrasp. I just spam Flurries, and then I try to target the same unit with Blinding Lumens and Samuro. I try to target what I think is important to their composition. If they have a Samuro themselves, I try to target the Samuro. If it's something like a nature comp, I can try to kill off the Malfurion or one of the blue guys. Basically, identify a target, make sure you target it both with Samuro and Xyrella, and then evaluate as you go on from there. After one of those units dies, I will then normally put in Anduin, Velen, or Tirion. If my opponent has a blue heavy board, I will put in Tirion. Let's go over Tirion. Very slow here, but not that. Divine Assault. Attack an enemy, death blow, give your characters Divine Shield. Super slow, and it's not upgraded. I should work on that a little bit. I don't have that many coins for this. But that's incredibly useful. Again, if you can find an opportunity to actually get this death blow, Divine Shield on all of your characters adds an incredibly good safety net. Blessing of Kings, 2-turn cooldown. Give a character +8/+8 in Divine Shield. A bit of sustain, bit of survivability. It's kind of nice. Can buff attacking units on your side of the board as well. We don't have too many melee heavy units, and by that I mean fighters or protectors that want to actually attack. But it's still nice to prevent incoming damage. And if Samuro does stick for a while, you can put this on Samuro to get extra damage on Samuro. And finally, Judgment of Humility. This is a very quick speed when it's maxed. Speed of 2 lets you get in before most of the meta abilities. Set an enemy's attack to 1 this turn, attack them. Now, Tyrion's not a huge unstoppable force, but this can be used against something like Samuro to prevent Samuro from doing a bunch of damage back to you if you set their attack to 1. This can be used to just basically disable something for a turn, which is kind of nice if they have a scaling unit that you need to take care of for a turn. So a bit of flexibility here. It's an extra green unit. You could try putting in another green unit instead, just to have some help against some of the blue openers that people are using in their comps. In terms of equipment, Blessing of Kings buffs this merc as well. Death Rattle will give all mercs on your battlefield and bench some stats. And Tyrion's Shield, this merc starts the game with Divine Shield and a bit of health. I'm not sure what's optimal here. I think it kind of depends on what your composition is doing. I've been using Tyrion's Shield just because I don't have anything upgraded. And King's Helm feels kind of poopy just as a +1/+1. Ashbringer could be okay, but I found that when I put this on, my opponents tend to just ignore Tirion. So because of that, I've just been starting off with Tyrion's Shield, add some health, and the Divine Shield. And finally, the last part of the Holy Comp, Velen and Anduin. These I've been using as kind of the finishers. Let's start with Velen first. Let's go over the abilities. Holy Blast. Deal damage, single target. Restore 8 health to all your characters. Okay. No cooldown, mini AoE heal. Okay. Slow, which is a problem, but otherwise interesting sustain. Splitting Light on a 1-turn cooldown. Deal damage to an enemy. Holy combo, which means if you played another holy ability before this turn with something that has less than 6 speed, that means this also damages its neighbors, so it can hit 3 units if you have this comboed, which is kind of nice. And Velen's Blessing. This is quick on a 1-turn cooldown. Gain holy damage, which persists and applies to your other mercenaries as well. Your next holy ability cast twice. And not even the holy ability this turn. This carries over to the next turn if you don't have another holy ability cast after this. So this paired together with some of the other spells that you have that are holy can do a lot of damage. Velen's Blessing, Splitting Light over 2 turns can be a lot of damage. Velen's Blessing with Anduin's AoE damage is also nice. Now let's go over the equipment. Blessed Shard, Splitting Light deals 1 more damage, which is the single target AoE buff, or AoE damage, and Tome of Inspiration. Holy Blast heals more. I took the Holy Blast here because I think this comp is more interested in sustaining and then eventually ramping with the holy damage. So I don't think you need the extra damage from the Splitting Light immediately. Again, I don't have either of these upgraded because I'm missing coins, but I think the Tome is probably a little bit better for sustain, which is what this comp is trying to do. And finally, we have Anduin. Let's go over Anduin's toolkit. Penance, deal damage to an enemy, restore health to a random friendly human. Not everyone in this comp is human. We have Anduin and Tirion. So generally Penance just heals Anduin, or if Tyrion's still on the board, Tirion. But this is your cookie cutter. I'm using this every turn. if I don't have any other cooldowns up. Holy Nova, on a 1-turn cooldown, deal 9 or deal X damage to all enemies, and restore health to your characters. So this is really useful at sustaining your board again, and dealing damage to everything, which is kind of nice. This can be paired with Velen's Blessing. 4 speed, gain holy damage, your next ability casts twice, and then right after, bam, spell damage Holy Nova applies twice. Lots of healing, lots of damage. And finally, Holy Word Salvation. Your humans take less damage this turn. I have not leveled this. I don't have a human-heavy comp. There's a couple humans here. You can make a holy build with a few more humans, but ultimately I decided not to do that because it seemed a little slow and I needed a good opening with, for example, Xyrella and Samuro. And I felt that Dawngrasp was kind of useful as well. So because of that, there's not that many humans. You can use this, but it's generally better to just swap back and forth between Penance and Holy Nova. In terms of items, Holy Nova deals more damage. After a friendly human dies, refresh Holy Word Salvation, which doesn't really work for me because I'm not using that many humans. And finally, this is the one that should be maxed, but again, I don't have that many coins on Anduin. Whenever friendly character is healed, gain +2 health, and it scales to 3, 4, and 5. We've been talking about constantly sustaining the spells, so if we're constantly healing and getting more spell damage, Anduin starts ramping a lot of health, which is really useful. So because of that, this gives you a sort of sustain, and over time start doing more and more AoE damage. And another cool thing is if Tirion starts sticking, if Tirion sticks as well with Anduin left over, you can start applying Kings to Anduin. At that point, Anduin's health gets buffed and his attack, and then opposing fighters or protectors will also have a tough time punching through because he's just going to have so many stats. So as a reminder, I start off with Xyrella, Samuro, and Dawngrasp, and then if I am against a blue heavy comp, I summon Tirion when someone dies. If not, I can start cranking at Anduin or Velen to start the AoE and healing. It's been pretty fun. It's been a little... I've been struggling a lot with that Dawngrasp, but I think you do need Dawngrasp. You could replace one of these with Cairn to have some speed control, but ultimately I absolutely think you do need to have some sort of speed control in your lineup because there's so many compositions right now that are also using speed control. So if you yourself don't have it, it seems that you're going to be at a disadvantage. There's my explanation. We're going to hook you up with a couple of games following this so you can see how I kind of think about the matchups and how that decides what I want to do in the match. And basically, it's some sample games. Go check it out. If you liked the guide, and even if you didn't, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this lineup, if there's something you think you could improve on, or if there's other comps you want to see, let me know in the comments below. Happy grinding. This opener seems pretty solid so far. I've seen some people open with like Velen, Anduin, Xyrella, which is interesting as well. Meme decks. I'm not necessarily bringing meme decks. It's just I'm not gonna like try hard. Like I might just submit the good lineups. Ooh, let's win a flip. We won the flip again! That's 3 times in a row now. It means we do extra damage to their Samuro, which is why I'm saying we won the flip. Okay, so you're gonna do the same thing. What are you gonna do? This, and then we go for the safe line here. I could aim somewhere else. No, no reason to. Just go safe. And then it comes down to coin flip again. Is Jaina Varden any good? I haven't maxed Jaina or played her. Oh, look at that! We won the coin flip! Ah, that's unlucky. See, like, this is just stupid. Like, I'm not even happy I won this. This was just... it was just stupid. They have 3 protectors left. We should be pretty favored with 3 blues. Okay, let's do that. They might taunt though, so doing this isn't very good. We could do this. I mean, you're just dead no matter what you do, but I don't think it's ever this. I think it's just this, in case you're not dead. Yeah. Okay. Do we go Anduin and just start like hyper healing? Yeah, I think we do. This is not a very high damage output comp right now, so I can just farm these. You flurry. Sure. I could even focus on healing more. Right? Yeah, we just make Anduin thick. And every turn we are doing damage with the Varden. The thing is, we are going to lose someone soon, but that's fine. Did they reincarnate yet? I don't think they did. But at this point, Xyrella might die, so I'm just going to do the damage. Actually, if we kill... How much damage do you do? 10? 19? So she dies. If she's dying, we might as well just kill off you as well. Lower and lower. Double kill? Wait. Why is my Anduin not getting health? I didn't equip his thing! Why did no one tell me this? Why did no one tell me this? Oh no, this is actually a disaster. Who is responsible for this? Ow. Ow. Ow! Stop. It hurts. Okay, it doesn't actually hurt that much, but ow, it did hurt. Okay, well. Do we ever mix it up? We're always throwing Xyrella. I don't think we do mix it up. I think we just do the same stupid thing and try to win flips. Even if we lose the flip. Oh, this is someone else. This isn't the 3 protectors we just faced. Ooh. Oh. Actually. Très interessant. Okay. I'll just get a quick kill on that. And then we'll clean up Sylvanas the next turn. Dun, 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 dun. Take me home. So they mixed it up. This time they didn't put Vol'jin in first. Stop farming Tesday. Did I win last time? I don't remember if I did win last time. So this is still going to be a speed of 4 or a 3. So Xyrella's pretty dead. They can do Judgment, but it's 5 speed, so I do get my double strike off. So I might still be able to kill Sylvanas, but it's better just to kill you at this point. Are you dying? You're dying immediately. So this is 3 faster, 1, but 2 slower, 3. So this is a Xyrella coin flip. If I win the coin flip here, the strike goes off. So I think it's worth doing. I won the last 3 times? Oh, then my bad. I mean, not really my bad, but feels bad. Yeah, it would be nice if they did change the way the farming's set up. In terms of having different bounties. Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. We lost the flip. That's cool. Oh, this is still good, though, because the They slow the Samuro enough, so it went after the Varden. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, so the Vol'jin's Shadow Surge slowed my Samuro so that he didn't attack until Varden got Flurry off, and then the Twin Strike still worked because of that. Oh no. Probably Shadow or Nature. Anything with slow, speed control is good. We won the 50-50 there. It's nice. That's actually a good idea, Hyper. Having something like that.
Job's done.
Someone forgot about taunt, and that was me. I think I just lost because I did that. Oops. I keep forgetting about taunt like every 4 games. Yeah, I definitely died here. Wait, what? Okay. Okay. Caramel House Toronto went to max. No idea. I haven't played that, so I can't really tell you what you want to max. So Samuro is gonna be dead real quick. So I could do this first. These two are slowed, but she has an Shadow Beam, which deals 16, and it's on a 4. So I need to do this first, which deals 30. Problem is they can taunt here, and taunt's scary. So I'll just protect Anduin. This goes faster than taunt, and then we can just Holy Nova. We could penance and then save for Velen Holy Nova. That's a human. But this deals damage to Lich King too, which is kind of nice. No, we'll do this. Okay. I think we're just fine from here. Penance comes out pretty quickly, and even if they heal, Lich King dies. Yeah, we just went from here. Okay, cool. Is it worth the max to 5 in rank? Worth is relative. You have nothing else you can use coins for except for that merc. So if you have coins, then you max it. If you don't have coins, then you don't. There's no like saving it. I don't know what we're saving coins for. But if you're asking in terms of I need to farm between stuff, what should I prioritize? Going from 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 is not as good as going from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3. So make sure everything's 3, and then you can decide if you want to max stuff.